A concerned viewer reached out to us, worried about a family of foxes living a little too close to humans, and it reminded me of a time 2 years ago when a fox bit my boot on the University of Montana's campus. This is some video I took right after it happened, ran out of the bush, out of nowhere, but it got me wondering, where are all these foxes actually coming from? Amanda Bealby and her dog Jovi walk the Milwaukee Trail every day, the same area the viewer told us about, right by Loyola Sacred Heart High School's field. But it wasn't just one family, there were at least 3.
I remember coming here and seeing one, and then seeing 2, and like, oh, there's a handful of kits, and now there's 14.
FWP's regional non-game biologist Tori Ritter says that even though the population might seem like a lot, it is quite normal for fox families.
What a lot of people will see is family groups. So they den up in the spring, and then they have 4 to 6 pups, and then those pups will stick around for about 3 months or so.
And those pups, now teens, are just a few feet away from one of Missoula's busiest trails.
I do see that we have a nice habitat that's fenced off for them, and they're obviously super happy. So
Ritter assures the community that FWP is monitoring these populations and making sure that they stay healthy and safe.
Maybe 5 calls a year with foxes, and most of the time is people will see a fox den nearby somewhere and they're just concerned about it. They haven't had anything happen yet. They're just worried that they're going to get into trouble or that they're going to come eat their cats or something like that. And again, it's a fairly rare occurrence.
This is another family I found over at the fort where Ritter says foxes have lived for decades.
They're everywhere. There's probably dozens of dens all around the greater Missoula area. And most of them stay out of trouble and only a few end up getting in trouble.
Despite public concern, Ritter reassures that there is no cause for alarm. While interactions with humans are generally not an issue for the foxes, livestock producers might think otherwise.
Foxes that are getting into trouble with livestock and chickens are probably young ones that have just left their family group and are trying to make it on their own and haven't really learned yet that it's a bad idea to get mixed up with humans.
While the school has a plan in place to relocate the foxes with the help of a local trapper, Ritter said that relocation isn't always productive.
You can't really do a lot of relocating because you often just move a problem animal to someone else's backyard. Once they've learned to go after human food, they're kind of like bears.
FWP can't legally relocate foxes because they are a rabies vector. And with summer in full swing, Missoula Public Health is also urging residents to keep their distance from wildlife in hopes of preventing rabies infections.
So if you can imagine the teeth of the infected animal foaming at the mouth, literally foaming with copies of the virus all over the teeth.